Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chimchery. A sweep is as lucky as lucky.
Hey, what is up? So it was a pretty nice day. It was a Saturday over here. I arrived at a terminal and I get a call from Higgy Pop, which was awesome. It was just the end of his day. I was just getting fired up. I was having coffee, beef jerky, Oreos, and anything to, propel myself through the day. You can do it. And he was just winding down, so he was really chill, and we talked for like 10 minutes. So it was already like 9 o'clock Connecticut time. But man, that was a really cool way to start my work day. It's funny, as I'm driving home, I get so many ideas. I get so excited about wanting to shoot a video.
All repulsive old sits at a Hollywood restaurant with Valerie Thomas.
Sometimes I get home and I'm run down. But tonight I feel pretty good, and I have some Dark Horse books. I'm gonna try to sort and make some piles, different categories. We'll kind of figure out as we go along. There's gonna be Superman stack, Batman stack. But yeah, I was just driving back, and the terminal was right by a scrap metal yard. I always kind of feel like I literally I've got the iron lung.
It's like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
So I couldn't wait to just get all the iron ore off of me. It's the only time I come home and I blow my nose with a magnet off the refrigerator. And man, I can't tell you how good it feels to be looking at some comics. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't express that often enough to have any kind of audience or any kind of a voice to express my love of these books. And my excitement that I have for them. Got these in the mail. These are Pandora from Frank Miller Presents. I read issue 1. I thought it was really good. I'd never really read Frank Miller doing kind of fantasy. It's Pandora 1. Emma Kubert on the art, and I like it. So issue 2. These are expensive books, but they don't seem to be jiving with the general public because these are kind of like dollar books now, real fast.
Cinco.
3. They're really nicely made books. The color's great. I think the former editor-in-chief of DC Comics, what's his name? Dan DiDio. He's kind of helping Frank with this, from the logistics, publisher side of it, and it's going good. I think we're all really looking forward to that Sin City kind of Native American story. So we're all kind of trying to see what this line of books is going to be. All right, so let's get it underway. And just while I was kind of doing that, I thought I'd kind of multitask.
Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers.
This is a list of artists and exhibitors that are going to be at WonderCon this year, Easter weekend. I don't think I'm going, but this is probably the best roster they've had since the pandemic,
So. A little understanding could make things better.
Anyway, let's start making some piles here. I have a long box and a half, and I have some different stuff. These are all DC. That's all I know. Okay, so I think we'll be kind of doing maybe a Vertigo sort of stack. Here's a Swamp Thing. I was getting these at a shop that was going out of sale, so I just got a heck of a lot of stuff. And pretty much any of the Alan Moore Swamp Things I was grabbing for 50 cents or less.
I did it! I saved Earth from hell.
Next, I'll help her towards Utopia. It is as Ramesses said. Canaan is devastated, Ashkelon is fallen, Gezer is ruined, Yenoam is reduced to nothing. Israel is desolate, and her seed is no more, and Palestine has become a widow.
$4.99 on this price, and I think at one point everything was 90% off. So, pardon the glare. Some doubles, you know. I was going for broke, and these are good prices, and I mean, the Mylars alone are kind of like, these books just are really clean in these supplies. Here's a Peacemaker. Oh, actually, it's Harley Quinn 11. It's not Peacemaker. So anyway, one of the artists that's going to be at WonderCon is Mike Golden, who... I just made a pile. I'm so bad at this. Okay, so Swamp Thing. God, what would Oh, that's a Harley Quinn book. Yeah, that'll be a different stack. I was gonna be like, I don't have a lot of Peacemakers. Poison Ivy. I'll just kind of throw that in with Harley. Another Harley. Mike Golden. Kind of has a reputation of being a little difficult. Stuff that I know he's done, he's created Rogue, and created the skull for Danzig. I'm thinking he won't sign that book though. Here's from 1982, The Adventures of Superboy 26. Kurt Schaffenberger and writer Bob Rozakis. So yeah, not really. I walked past Mike Golden's booth. He kind of has like a hype guy, you know. I guess just trying to like tell people who Mike Golden is. Kurt Swan and Henry Boltinoff on that. You know, just try to like get some buzz going. I guess, you know, a lot of people, you and I know who Mike Golden is, but it's a Gil Kane cover or Superboy. You know, kind of needs a little buzz every show. But yeah, I've just been told he was not very nice. So, you know, I heed warnings. I should give him a chance of his own, but just some of the stuff, I really think I've been given incentive to give the man his space. You know, conventions are stressful for people who are good spirits, let alone, you know, someone who just like professional artist, probably not a people person. Batman 533, it's Jim Aparo, and interestingly enough, inked by Bill Sienkiewicz. Oh, this is a cool Frank Miller cover. Superman, The Lost Years. So, yeah, probably wouldn't like go out of my way to bring stuff from Mike Golden. No Chris Zulo. So that right there, that was. I love some Superman spell Jimmy Olsen. I almost like thought, man, should I plant some really nice books in here? And I was like, nah, that's not cool. So she's not going to be there. Here's a Future State. I'd love to meet this artist, Rose Besh, but I don't see her name. Okay, so Dan Panosian, who I know mostly as Zombie. I believe that's Milestone, but I'll just go ahead and put it with the Swamp Thing. That's sort of a Vertigo pile. Here's a Catwoman, I guess. Catwoman 41, I got the Danny cover. So, Catwoman can kind of go in the Harley and Poison Ivy pile. Here's a Derek Chu, Batman, Superman. Feel my heat. Sometimes you buy something for a cover and you get a decent book out of it. Cool. I've been told this World's Finest is excellent, so hopefully I didn't draw a dud. Dan Panosian, he's done a lot of great covers lately, but he I believe he has a book called Slots and what is it? And Unkindness of Ravens or something like that. He's become kind of a interesting creator. But yeah, I think he'd be kind of cool to meet. I don't even know what he looks like. Some more Jimmy Olsen. This is 90. And we got 91 with Kurt Swan, excuse me. Inks by George Klein. And there's a Nick Hardy cover on Jimmy Olsen 160. Anyway, yeah, Dempa knows him. Some interest there. David Mack, Kabuki, he did some interesting Marvel Knights, Daredevil stuff. But, sorry, a little dehydrated. He's just an amazing watercolorist. Like, I love his watercolors, and he paints in a very like traditional watercolor style of like the Far East. Some more Jimmy Olsen. Who else? Dustin Nguyen, who I know from he does a lot of Robin work. He did a bunch of the Robin run that I've been going after for like a year or so. Here's the final issue of Jimmy Olsen 163. That's another Nick Hardy. Uh, 1962. Linda Halfon wrote her name on this on a beautiful Sheldon Moldoff and Kurt Swan cover. So no need of that. More Harley. Oh man. Yeah. I was glad to find this one. I wanted this book. This is Bloodsport's appearance from Superman Volume 2, Issue 4. Not a big deal, but this is the Robert Dubois Bloodsport, not the Alex Trent. That would, I guess his first appearance was in Adventure of Superman 507, but you got the Alex Dubois. Okay, I guess we sort of have a Batman style emerging. This is might be a Boostin cover, but it could just as easily be Mike Parabet or, Ty Templeton can draw exactly like this. But it's a square-bound book, and it's probably like a 60-pager, 48-pager. Some Wonder Girl. Yeah, I wonder what I was thinking when I got this, but Joelle Jones. I'm surprised she's not at WonderCon. She's been there before, and she was a really big hit. She was extremely well. I'm not even showing this. She was extremely well received. And it's a shame she can't make it. This kind of reminds me of the Mike Allred Superman stories with Madman that Higgy Pop was showing, that he has interest in getting more of, but this is Jeff Smith's run on Shazam. I think this ran about 5 little square-bound books. Here's issue 2. Yeah, I was definitely one of the guys that got really excited about Jeff Smith's Bone. I still love all that stuff. Here's issue 4 of 404. I guess I don't have 304. Oh well. Some detective. Probably one of the most common comic books in the world. I bet there's quite a few of these, but Kelly Jones. I love that whole Nightfall thing. A lot of people criticize it, and they criticize the death of Superman, and I think I like that also. So, I was just gullible. Whatever DC wanted to shove down. Hey, here we have Shazam 3 of 4. Surprised my own collection. Anyway, here's a Batman issue 1 of DC Presents. I'm not sure what that is about. Anyway, next artist, Jerry Dugan. I got some Robins here. This is Joker's Wild. This isn't the series I've been pursuing for so long, but it's like those mini-series with the hologram covers that they did. Jerry Dugan, I met him through Airborne Sapper was getting something signed by him for something of Daredevil. Excuse me, Deadpool. Oh yeah, Airborne, he brought this board game, and the thing of it was a Deadpool board game with like basically a playing field on the board, and he was having different areas signed. He'd already gotten a bunch of Deadpool artists on it, including Liefeld, some Kelly Jones Detective comics. But yeah, so I don't really have anything with Jerry Dugan, but there wasn't a lot of names that I recognized, so I put him down. Jay Lee. Jay Lee's a great artist. I think he does some of the best covers in profile. Start going through this a little quick here. This is cool because it has Azrael and Hitman. Catwoman. Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other is insane. Yes, I want all of them. There's some more Harley. There's a trade I got from Amazon I haven't opened yet. But Amazon will get you trades to your door for so cheap. Batman 89. Anyway, yeah, Jay Lee. An artist named Joel Gomez. Probably does like a lot of Lady Death stuff. Primarily where I know him from. He also does a character called La Muerta. Okay, I've been talking a lot about. I want to back up these videos with some story knowledge. So I got to read. I got a whole Spectre run of this. I got to read so I can show you. So we'll just kind of put that on the Swamp Thing. Sort of make a what do you call it? Dark Justice Society of America. Azrael is straight up Batman. I already did 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a Batman. The Adventures Continue, Season 3, Issue 2. I'm just going to go ahead and put this with the Swamp Thing pile. It's actually under the Vertigo imprint, but Sleepy Hollow. So the next name I see here is Marv Wolfman. That guy, he doesn't even have his library of work with New Teen Titans with the George Perez era, and the Dracula Marvel stuff from the 70s. I've met him. He was a little underwhelming, but I don't expect much from him, and I would probably still meet him again just based on his work alone. But I'm not going to bring him in because I have the omnibus. If anything, I'd probably just bring the cover to have him sign. So here's some cool No Man's Land. You know what? My Batman Harley pile is just kind of becoming one. There's a Green Lantern book with a Jim Ballant cover. It's a Batman from the end of Hush. Here is Death of Superman. Where's our Superman pile? What happened to our Superman pile? Oh, man, Azrael. What a crook. Azrael is just like taking over. Yeah. Okay. So that'll go with Superman. Birds of Prey. This was also from PGH Zombie. That's basically Harley. Superman issue 1. More of the Spectre. Anyway, the next artist. I think this guy's probably going to be the headliner. But he's so elusive. I've never caught this artist in the wild. He always cancels. I don't mean to say always, but if given a chance, he will cancel. And it's Ron Lim.
It's a great big universe and we're all really puny. We're just tiny little specks about the size of Mickey Rooney. It's big and black and inky and we are small and dinky. It's a
But these are all doubles. Like I said, I wouldn't bring too many books for him because there's just as good a chance as any he'll bail.
Ninja vanish!
Batgirls. There's more Harley, Catwoman, Detective, Eclipso with the Jill. Anyway, I'll just put him with the Vertigo stuff. So Ron Lim, awesome, but I wouldn't count on it. Not to sound cynical, but he will cancel. It's only a matter of time. They'll give very short notice, but he won't be there.
No! I don't wanna go to the convention. Sign autographs all day. No, tell him I'm not going.
Steve Englehart. Now that would probably be my headliner because I could bank on it. He'd be there. Back on Strikes. He would be a great artist for me to meet because he created my favorite Valiant character. He created Shadow Man.
You gotta blow your own horn in this town.
He always kind of writes like really darkly cloaked, in the chill of the night kind of characters. Because he also created Darkman. Darkman? Nightman. He didn't create Darkman. Nightman for Ultraverse. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I should have this up by Easter weekend, but if not, God bless. I got a bunch of Robin books coming in, but like I said, I got to read them. But a big Robin video coming up. I already told you about the Spectre one. It's kind of daunting to have over 200 comics to read, but I used to do it. I used to read. But that's enough of me. You guys have a great one. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.
That's one way Lucy's walking through. Diamonds on the soles of your shoes. She was physically forgotten, but then she slipped into my pocket with my car keys.
I got this new wallet, and it's a Rawlings, just like on stitching, just like the baseballs. And my previous wallet I loved, but I don't think I ever quite was able to pull it off. It was from Pulp Fiction. It was Jules Winfield's brown tanned leather, and it said "Bad Mother Effer." But just there was like a couple of times I'd be in a bad neighborhood like Wilmington and be taking out my money, and I feel like someone would see that and they might feel challenged.
Man, you ain't bad.
I guess like instead of Bad Mother, a more appropriate wallet for me would have been like more like International House of Pancakes themed wallet, you know, like maple syrup brown, and it says, you know, Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity. But this wallet for me is a grand slam. $20.